Well, hello everyone. This is Joe Drums coming to you. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm doing awesome once again. Kind of sad today because this is the last part of the series of 4 Beatles videos that I've done for the month of February. We got March coming up now. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do for March yet, but I'll figure something out for you guys, and hopefully it'll be real entertaining as well as informative. But today I've got some really cool, rare CDs. I've got some neat books that I want to show you as well. First of all, back I think in the early, well, maybe mid 90s, I'd say, they came out with those anthology discs. And when I bought these at the anthology CDs at Best Buy, they came with an extra bonus CD, and that was something that that I think is pretty rare because I haven't seen them anymore. And like I said, they don't sell them anymore in the stores. But what they are these. It's called the Beatles Rare Photos and Interview CD. They came out with each one separately for each disc. So there was a volume 1 of the anthology disc, volume 2, and volume 3. And then this CD was the supplement. And it's got about 16 tracks on here of different, like I said, interviews, different takes of different things, some conferences that the Beatles were talking about. When they were with the Maharishi, they were talking to interviews with them about that. Here's the back side of it. Kind of can see some of the stuff that's on it. And then there's volume 2, which looks like this. Oh, and by the way, they fold out too. I should probably show you. Here's the back of it. Kind of give you an idea. And it opens up to a neat little three binder. It's got the CD in the case like that. And then there's a booklet. Usually it's about a 20-page booklet inside. And each one has the same thing. But they're different, different interviews on each CD. So they're all 3 unique. But like I said, I haven't found these anywhere else. And it's kind of neat that Best Buy put this together for Beatles lovers. So that's volume 2. Here's volume 1 again. I'll open it up for you. Volume 1. There we go. Sorry. And volume 3. Here it is there. Rare Photos and Interview CD. And by the way, too, they are catalog numbered with a serial number, which is kind of unique, too. So that kind of makes it even more special. And again, there's the volume 3. And we'll open it up. Again, here's the front and the inside. Kind of see what it looks like. So these are really cool. I'm going to have to listen to these again. I think I listened to them the first time I got them, and I put them in my my collection, and that was it. But I'll have to pull them out again. It's kind of neat to kind of check out things that you haven't seen in years. This came out. This is called Beatles Let It Be Naked. It came out in 2003. And basically, it's the Let It Be album, the way the Beatles intended it to be, as far as the way they wanted the arrangements and everything. So this is kind of a neat one. If you don't have this one, I urge you to get this one. It's really cool. There's a second supplement disc inside that's called Fly on the Wall, and it's an additional disc inside here. And this is from 1969. They basically go through and have some talking going on in the studio, so you kind of see what the Beatles did in the studio and hear kind of like a fly on the wall, so to speak. Again, when the anthology disc came out, they had some singles that were released with like Free as a Bird, and then Real Love came out, and I got the singles with this too. I thought it was kind of neat, and again, rare kind of a CD. And it's got 4 tracks, and I think a lot of this is from the original anthology discs. But it was neat to have these as well as kind of for the artwork. And again, I'm a collector of the Beatles stuff, so that's pretty neat. Then I was looking through my very first CDs of the Beatles that I've got. My sister was, when I was younger, she used to play some of the Beatles albums, and I think that's kind of where I first got my first taste of hearing the Beatles. And then a friend of mine, when I was in high school, I went over to his house a few times, a couple different friends actually, and they had Beatles albums always playing, and man, it just really sparked my interest as, listening to the music, and that's when I really got involved with, listening to the music and figuring out, well, maybe I want to be a musician. But anyway, I was going through my old CDs, my first ones, and I used to DJ on the side. In fact, I still kind of DJ on the side when I get a chance, but I had all these CDs with the cases and the front covers kind of stashed inside like a book, so that when I'd pull them out, I'd have the booklet there. So some of these don't have the booklet, but the first one, Please Please Me, the Beatles, again, I don't have the cover on it, but that's the back, and the CD's in those cases, and it's buried somewhere downstairs in my vault, I should say. But anyway, some of these, like I said, they don't have the front covers, so sorry for that. Most of them have the covers, but like the front one, this is the Beatles. And again, these were the Parlophone releases, so I don't know if they come like this in the stores anymore. They might have a different release, but these were, exactly like the when the first record album came out. These were the ones that were kind of modeled after those. So these are different than the box sets, because they have the plastic jewel cases and stuff. But yeah, these were my first Beatles CDs, and of course I had to collect them all. And there's Hard Day's Night, looks like that. I'm sure probably a lot of people have these, so they're not that rare, but it's kind of neat to have these. And when I saw the box set come out, I was thinking, oh gosh, here we go, more money into the Beatles. So anyway, but hey, if you're a fan, and you enjoy the stuff like I do, it's not a big deal as far as the money situation, as long as it's not too expensive. But anyway, there's that. There's Rubber Soul. I'll go through them kind of quick here, because I've got so much other stuff to cover today. There's Revolver, the front and the back. Magical Mystery Tour. And Sgt. Pepper's with the sleeves gone. I got it in the case downstairs. There's that one. Now here's something really cool. Originally, when they released the White Album, they released it as 2 CDs. I can't remember if they were separate or if they came together. I think they came together. But mine actually has like a serial number on it. And it was kind of cool because these were the first ones. I think after a certain amount, they weren't making anymore. So these are, I guess, kind of rare in a way. With people that have the serial number. I don't know if you guys have these, if you have the serial number on them. But again, these are the ones with the jewel cases. This is the White Album, and it's a 2-disc set. Later on, they started putting them together, and they didn't do this like a separate disc set. They actually had them together like a dual disc jewel case. So this is kind of neat and kind of rare. Then, of course, the Abbey Road album. And then the Yellow Submarine, kind of like the old logo from the album there. And of course my shirt, Let It Be. Ta-da, there it is, ta-da. And the back side of it. Oh, here's one without a front cover again. Oh, these were the mono, or no. The Past Masters Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, again, they don't have the jewel or the sleeve in the front, but I've got the back and the front of them. And, again, you've seen these in the box set, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and I forgot one more CD. This one here was in a set that I bought. I actually got it for a Christmas present. It came with these CDs, the book set, and it kind of opens up, and it gives you like a little book with the CDs in it. There's 4 CDs. And some neat little stories in here in the books. And again, this is a rarity thing. It came with 4 individual pictures of the Beatles, and it came with this book CD, and I think a poster as well. So this was kind of a rare thing. Again, I think this was a Best Buy special thing that was going on. So I thought this would be really neat for a neat Christmas gift, you know. But anyway, this came out probably, this was 96 as well. Again, there was a lot of stuff going on in 1996 for the Beatles. They were releasing those anthologies, and then just a whole mess of, you know, interesting CDs and books started coming out, and so I kind of scooped up some of that stuff and kept it for, you know, collector's sake. But anyway, this one, basically disc 1 is about John Lennon, disc 2 is Paul McCartney, George Harrison's on 3, and then Ringo's on disc 4. And it basically goes through different interviews, just all sorts of good stuff. So, but anyway, I don't know if you can get this online, if it costs anything, you know, too expensive or whatever. I don't know. I haven't looked for it, but this is something that I have for, you know, quite a few years. I've had this now, and have to get back and check it out again. So it's kind of a new old treasure. But anyway, so let's go to the books now. I actually have a really cool book that I bought quite a few years ago. The store had these books, the music store where I teach drums, I should mention. They came out with this book. If you haven't seen it or heard about it, it's the complete scores of the Beatles. It's everything. Everything that was on record, you know, including the horns, all the horn charts, you know, every guitar part, every drum part, every keyboard part, every violin. This is all on here. Of course, the words are on here too. And it's got every song that the Beatles ever did. And it's a really neat collector's item for you guys that are into the Beatles, collecting, you know, music and different books and catalogs and stuff like that. But oh, wow, here's kind of interesting. I'm going to be doing the song Get Back today, and I just happened to turn to that by accident. It just happened to be right there. And then you can see there's all the, if I hold this a different way, I can hold this book up and show you. Kind of here's all the different instruments right here. Each line represents a different instrument. So it's almost like the different tracks that the Beatles recorded on. So like the first line is the vocal track. Then there's a piano track, guitar 2, bass, and then drums. And it goes through the whole song. So that's why this book is really thick and definitely worth getting. I think it was, when it first came out, it was like $100. And then I saw it for like 80, and I think now it's about 75 or $80. You may find it online possibly. But like I said, it's a good collector's edition, and down the road, it could be a good keepsake, you know, everything that you always wanted to know about playing the Beatles songs. So, and the guitars are in tab format too. Some of them are music, some of them are tabs. So it's kind of neat to see the tabs on this as well. So for you guys that are into tab, it's really cool. So that's that one. And then the last one, again, remember I was saying there was a lot of stuff coming out about anthology, and when the Beatles kind of re-released those 3-disc sets, and it came with a book too that you could buy separately, of course, but it's a real big, thick book. I think I ended up paying, was it about $30 for this? No, it was about $60 for this book, but I think I got a discount on it. It was like maybe $45 or $50. But anyway, so that's the anthology book, and it's got just tons of photos and just different things about the Beatles, obviously, when they were younger till the time they were older, and till eventually to the band's breakup. And it's got really cool pictures, color and black and white, and just, I mean, everything you could, you know, they talk about everything in this book. They've got old letters and different things that the Beatles sent to family members and different things, girlfriends that they had. It goes through every year that the Beatles were together. You know, just really cool graphics in here. And again, if you're a Beatle collector, there's a lot of great pictures in here, stuff that I haven't seen anywhere else in any other book. So if you get a chance, check this one out, Beatles Anthology. All right, so that's pretty much it for the books and everything and the CDs. I thought I'd do today the the last couple songs that I'm going to do for today for the Beatles was Get Back and then Birthday. Now, Birthday was on the White Album, and pretty much a straightforward pattern on that. Couple little fills, minor fills, just some 16th note things that Ringo did, but really fun to do. It's cool that it actually has like a little bit of a drum solo in the middle where the drums kind of just keep playing a beat and the guitars are kind of building up from there, and then they do a solo and everything with the guitars. And then the other one I wanted to talk about is Get Back. This is the one where they used to perform on the rooftop that you see in England on top of Abbey Road Studios. And what they did was, on Ringo's drum set, they actually had some towels. And nowadays, if you go to a music store, you can probably get these things called Remo muffles. And they're basically like a styrofoam ring that sits inside the shell, and the drum head goes on top of that and kind of muffles the sound of the snare drum. Kind of gets all the ring out. Well, back in those days, they didn't have that kind of stuff that if they wanted to muffle the drums, they'd either put stuff on it. And what Ringo did on the rooftop was actually put like a dish towel or a cloth over the snare drum. So that's actually what I did for the Get Back song that you're going to see me perform here in just a little bit. So pretty much the song itself is a pattern doing 16th notes, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the way I do the sticking on that is right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. And that's kind of the pattern. So if I play it on the desk here, you hear like a... So hopefully that'll give you the rhythm that's going on. And when you see me perform it, I've got multi-angles, so you'll see it in different angles and stuff, and you can kind of hopefully figure it out from there. So if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff that I showed today, or any of the drum patterns that I showed, if you guys have any questions about that stuff, always feel free to drop a line and let me know if you guys like it. Hopefully you do. So definitely like and subscribe to me, and we'll start off with these two songs, and we'll see you next time. Until then, you guys take care. This is Joe Drum signing off. Keep rocking.